And the solution of this thing, that sentence structure, my sentences are problematic, it's that you have to keep on. Hi everyone, how are you? Well, I hope that you are great and you're ready for today's session. Well, today's lesson is going to be about a very common issue, and this is something that everyone faces, like almost every speaker. Even advanced speakers, they face this issue, and that is that they're not able to form sentences while speaking English, or the sentence structure is problematic while speaking English. So this is a common problem, that how to form a sentence or how to form a sentence structure. And if you're facing this, this is common, and how to tackle this problem, that is what we are going to discuss today. So basically, forming sentences, when you are forming sentences and you're writing a language, you have lots and lots of time to think about what you're gonna write. And when you're writing, at that time your sentences, they are good. The chances are they're going to be better than when you speak. Now the problem is that even if you're writing good English and you are doing well, you read English a lot, still when you go out and speak English, you are faced with this kind of problem, that the sentences are not formed in the correct way, or you're not able to form the sentences. The thing is that when you have to speak, you don't have that much time to think about anything. And if you think about the structure first, and then what to put at which place and how to speak it, then it all becomes jumbled up. For a native person, it is easy to speak in that particular language. For example, if you speak in Hindi, you will find that you are quite natural, you're forming the sentences as they are, right? So for a native English speaker, it is quite easy to form sentences as they go, because they speak it from their childhood. But for anybody who is learning it as a second language, or who use it as their official language, so what happens is that when you are speaking English, you're thinking a lot about your grammar rules, and often this creates a confusion, that what should I use and at which place. And you are so conscious about it, about your grammar structure, or about your sentence, that it is problematic. It creates a problem when you're speaking. We call this clustering of thoughts. So what happens is your thoughts are clustered. Clustering of thoughts is like that there is too much information, and it's all jumbled up, or it's all piled up, and you don't have anything sorted out, sorted out things in your mind to speak something as a comeback to whatever the person is saying. So when you're talking to a person, you have to give a quick reply. You don't have time to think. And if your thoughts are clustered, it is difficult to form sentences in your mind and to speak them. And often the problem of translation is also there, that if you're thinking that, okay, I have to speak perfect English, and first you're thinking what you are going to speak, and you're preparing everything, then again that's going to be problematic. So to make your sentences perfect, you have to learn grammar, and that you cannot achieve in one single day, right? Then what we can do in order to make our grammar perfect, what can you do so that your sentences are good, they look good? I have some solutions for you, and I am going to list them. So listen carefully, and this is going to actually help you. If you want to speak perfect sentences, if you're so concerned about your sentence structure, you need to pay attention to the grammar. And the point number one is, start from basic grammar. Start from your basic grammar, take basic sentence structure. Study about basic sentence structure and types of sentences. I suggest that if you're doing that for 5 minutes in a day, it's great. You don't have to study all sentences, all sentence structure in a day. No. So just study about one particular type of sentence, the sentence structure, right? And then do some exercise, an exercise of maybe 10 questions. What it's gonna do is, it's going to reinforce whatever you have learned. So do this exercise for 5 minutes, because you can't dedicate your complete time to either grammar or either speaking. You have to divide your time. Some time you have to dedicate to the speaking and some time you have to dedicate to the grammar. So start learning the basic grammar structure and then start learning the tenses one by one. Do not go on to learn adverbs and adjectives and articles, not at this point. Later on, not at this point. Start with your sentences, sentence structure and tenses. These three basic things. Study about this in grammar. It's going to help and it will build on to your confidence. When you have good knowledge about these things, it will build on your confidence. So study about them so that when you're speaking side by side, you are going to pick up whatever you are practicing. So whenever you do speaking practice, you are going to pick up things that you are learning about grammar. So it will automatically be embedded in your speaking part. Now the task number 2 is, what you can do is you can learn some ready-made phrases and sentences. Now what are ready-made phrases and sentences? Like, you must have watched my videos too, vocabulary videos where I'm telling you about idioms and phrases. So these idioms and phrases, they are ready-made fixed sentences. They have fixed sentence structure. So you can learn these fixed sentence, small phrases, small structures in order to make your conversation meaningful and in order to speak correct English or to form correct sentences while speaking English. This is a great way to do that. So when you do that and you learn these basic phrases, slowly and gradually, you're going to use them a lot in different varieties with time, with practice. And while you learn this, I suggest don't do Hindi to English kind of thing, because if you are watching this video, that means you are able to understand English. Don't do that. That doesn't mean you have to take some Hindi phrases and then learn their English counterpart. No, you have to learn some English phrases and understand the context they are used in. For example, in my videos, I tell you idioms and I tell you in which context they are used, what's the meaning, and how you can use them in a sentence or how you're forming a sentence with those phrases. So that is what you have to do. That's how you have to learn these ready-made phrases. And this is a shortcut to speaking correct English. Let me tell you, this is a shortcut to speaking correct English. So if you want to get results fast, you can do this. But this is just one thing. It's not that this is the only thing that you need to do. It's part of the process. One thing that you can do. Now, the next thing is, see, whenever we are talking to somebody, if you are at a workplace, so what happens is whenever you're talking to a colleague or someone who's senior to you, or if you're talking to somebody whom you think is gonna judge you, and maybe somebody you think is speaking good English or this person has really good command on English, what happens is that you feel a bit of nervousness. And in that haphazard situation, in order to speak correct English, everything gets jumbled up. And you're so much concerned about your sentence structure that instead of, speaking fluently, even though you have good knowledge of English, things come out in an irregular manner. What you have to do is keep a cool, keep yourself calm. Whoever is in front of you, it's okay, take a pause, just take a breath and then speak. You don't have to just rush everything out. Take your time and then speak. That's the key. Even if you're sitting in an interview, if you're talking to your boss, to your senior, to a friend, to a colleague, whoever you're talking to, take some time to just put your thoughts together, just a few seconds. So if you are gonna stop for just a few seconds, I'm not saying take too much, think about everything, just a few seconds, and you act cool, I think it's going to be fine. You will speak good English. And the solution of this thing, that sentence structure, my sentences are problematic, it's that you have to keep on learning and you have to keep on practicing. Improve your grammar, improve your vocab through phrases and idioms. This time phrases, not just words but phrases, through phrases. And then practice, do some practice and have patience, and don't lose your cool, be calm and composed when you're talking. That's the key. You have to follow all these things. So these were all the tips that I had for you to make your sentences good, to speak good sentences with proper structure And please do not worry too much about it. Right now, you're in the process of learning and developing it as a habit. So I suggest once you have developed it as a habit, you will find it quite easier to speak proper English, good sentences with perfect grammar structure and everything. So don't do that. Stop right now about worrying about this thing that my sentences are problematic. Instead, focus on learning and improving. Practicing and improving together. Just practicing is not enough. With practice, you have to upgrade your knowledge and improve your English through vocabulary, grammar, and everything. So, good sentences means practice and learning together. That's what you have to do. So, I hope that you liked this video. It was helpful for you. If yes, like it, share it, and subscribe my channel if you're new here. I'm Shivangi, and I'm gonna meet you in a new video with a new topic next time. Till then, take care and bye.